I lead a group of soldiers with an extremely rare skill set. Let's just say we're very hard to kill.
Come in. Call sign Jericho Oscar Echo. Come in. I've been hit.
This is Oscar Lima Delta. Just a reminder, you are immortal.
Look, I know I'm a new guy, but your bedside manner sucks.
Copy that, Jericho Oscar Echo. Extraction team is on the way.
Alright, just don't forget about me. I'll be right back. Where am I? Where's everybody? Oh, it's so dark. Where's my flashlight? Come in. This is call sign Jericho Oscar Echo. Come in.
This is Oscar Lima Delta. Copy.
Oh, there you are. Where are you guys?
We made it back to the good old US of A.
What do you mean you're back in the US? That's like thousands of miles away.
When we didn't hear from you, we figured you would just walk home.
Are you serious?
Soldier, you are highly trained and also immortal. You will make it just fine. Have a great trip.
Oh man, you guys really suck.
Sponsored by Local Touch Online, a free online magazine that has an exclusive article by Pop Culture Geekery every month. Hello everyone and welcome to an episode of Pop Culture Geekery. I'm Joe Solis, and before I show you which shirt I'm wearing, I want to remind you of some sage advice from a wise old barbarian.
What is best in life? To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of their women.
That's right, Conan. You crush your enemies. And that's exactly what Charlize Theron does in The Old Guard, because she gets to do it with medieval weapons and with modern weapons. What a combination. Although she does have a battle axe. Unfortunately, I don't have a battle axe. But, so tonight we're going to talk about The Old Guard. And it's based on the comic of the same name, which was published in 2017 through Image Comics. And it was actually written by Greg Rucka, and it's got art by Leonardo Fernandez. I love the covers that they have. I'll show them all here, because basically this is a small group of immortal mercenaries that we follow. So I love how the covers don't show their faces because, throughout time they have been faceless, basically, dealing with threats that they consider to be evil. So, by the way, for those of you who don't know, the reason that it's so plain behind me is because my nerd shelf is packed away because we are moving. So I will be putting up images here to kind of kill the dead space here. But in the meantime, I'll just hold on to my airsoft here. But anyway, so wanted to put this review out because, last week if you got to see my Warrior Nun review, obviously that's a comic adaptation. This is another one, that Netflix has put out. I actually thought this was going to be a series, much like Warrior Nun was, but this is just a movie. So it's going to be, a different format. The original, like I said, it was a mini-series. I can start off by saying, I really enjoyed this one as well. Kind of like Warrior Nun, I didn't really go in knowing too much. I didn't get to read this comic, and after watching this, I definitely want to go back and check it out. I'm going to do no spoilers. I'm just going to stick to whatever was in the trailer. So that way I can just kind of show you if you missed the trailer. So Charlize Theron stars as a character called Andromache, and that is because she is ancient. She refers to herself as Andy to make it easier for everybody else. but she's the leader of the group. The basic premise that sets off the story is that, like I mentioned earlier, they go around the world throughout the ages and deal with threats that they perceive to be evil against the world itself. So this time they are actually exposed for what they are, because they've been living in the shadows for centuries. And so because they get exposed, they basically decide to stop doing what they're doing and just try to figure out something else to do with their immortality, I guess. But all this is cut short when a Marine who's fighting in Afghanistan named Nile, she's killed during a combat mission and then is inexplicably resurrected.
Who are you? I lead a group of immortals. An army, I guess. Soldiers, fighters like you. Look. You've got questions, kid. I get it. You want answers? Get back in the car.
So that's the setup for the story. Basically, the group decides to go help her out after that. And I will say for the movie, the first 15 minutes was a little slow because they're kind of just introducing the characters. It's a lot of setup. The whole immortality thing, they kind of just give you the basic rules. They don't go too much into it, which, you know, I kind of appreciated because it might have bogged down the story, because that was really not what their focus was here. And I'm sure it's something they could, you know, explore in future projects. But for the sake of this, you know, once they get through that opening 15 minutes, once they get to the time when they're exposed, that's when the story really takes off. Charlize Theron, perfect choice for the lead role in here. Like I said, she plays their leader, and she's great opposite to actress Keandra Kiki Lane, who's the Marine, Nile, that died and was the new recruit basically to their little group, even though she's unwillingly the new recruit. So basically from there, you know, we get a lot of like John Wick style inspired action scenes. So they're really good, really intense, really fast. So I would say if you're a fan of that series, you'll probably enjoy the fighting in this. Again, no spoilers, but some of the highlights do kind of revolve around Charlize's character, Andy. You know, the mystery of her past, and even when they show flashbacks of how she's, you know, fought throughout the centuries. Oh, and like I mentioned earlier, you know, Andy's weapon of choice is a double-bladed axe, which I assume she's carried throughout the ages. There's just enough twists and turns in the story to keep it interesting. Especially in places where, you know, this could have easily gone into traditional action movie territory, and it kind of like tiptoes there, but it doesn't straight out do anything, at least nothing that bothered me as far as classic tropes or things like that. So I will say there's a resolution to the story, but there is set up for a sequel, which I hope we get. There was a miniseries that just came out this past December, which was called The Old Guard, Force Multiplied. So, you know, they already have enough info for a sequel if they want to go that route. It was listed in Netflix top 10 for the weekend, so it already has some good buzz. So I'm really hoping that we do get some more in this world. Yeah, didn't want to go too much into this one. You know, I've noticed you guys obviously like the shorter reviews, so I'm just going to keep this one short and sweet. I'm gonna on this channel, our ratings are 1 to 10, with 5 being right in the middle, average movie. I would say this is a solid 7. It's just enjoyable, action-packed. It's got a good story. It's just one of those that I really think you'll enjoy. If you didn't enjoy it, feel free to tell me in the comments below. Anyway, guys, thanks again for checking out the channel. We've gotten a lot more subscribers. We're creeping up closer and closer to 300. We just surpassed 10,000 views on the channel the other day, so thank you so much to everybody who's been watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and be sure to hit the bell notification so it'll let you know when a new video is posted. If you like the video, hit like. Be sure and follow us on all our social medias below. and we will see you guys next time.